Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I'm here on the show. It's my second time recording this, second time trying to record this. But, I'm here to talk about some wrestling news. Episode 38. We have a few things I want to talk about, but the main thing I want to talk about is the first story I wrote. I'm going to go in order. Just three topics I wanted to discuss. Um, First thing I want to discuss is the news, obviously, the big news today from Sean Ross Sapp of Fightful Select. So, we were wondering why Mandy Rose lost that championship last night on the NXT following NXT deadline, where Roxanne Perez won that, got the championship opportunity, and the match was last night. Before the match later in the night, about 8 o'clock, Sean Ross Sapp posted a gif, a Mandy Rose gif, kissing, like a kiss goodbye, or hinting at it. She was going to lose her title, and we didn't know at the time, maybe that was a hint she would get released because of, the stuff she posted on her page and stuff like that. So, the news here, Fightful Select has learned that Mandy Rose has been released by WWE. WWE officials felt they were put in a tough position based on the content she was posting on her fan time page. They felt like it was outside of the parameters on her debut deal, per Sean Ross Sapp on Fightful Select. And this sucks, really sucks, especially for Gigi Doe and Jacy Jayne, and Toxic Attraction. And she's been released after all that work, her leading Toxic Attraction, that 413-day reign, just now to get released. All that work's creating an entirely new persona, getting to a position where she was one of the most notable names in the entire women's division. And gone because she decided to post, like, nudes against the parameters of her contract. Just a shame, and I guess I'm kind of disappointed in Mandy Rose, but she's hot as hell. Come on. And it was probably not going to be a good look to the company, and the company knowing others have made mistake over and over again, who are still there, but they release her over. They have others who make the same mistake over and over again, but yet they release her over this. A suspension what it should have been the maximum. There's never been a situation where we've heard she has done wrong before this. And always seemed hardworking and grateful for where she was and eventually got to. That 413-day reign. One of the more notable names in the women's division, especially on NXT. Shouldn't Matt Riddle get fired? WWE. He's had the same mistake over and over, but yet Matt Riddle doesn't get released. Just pointing out the hypocrisy in WWE. These were both leaked. I don't know. It'll probably be a 90-day no-compete clause since she's released. But I knew something was a little off when Mandy lost the title to Roxanne Perez so soon after she became the number one contender. Apparently this is why they made her drop the title, released her. I think it's a bit bullshit. I think a suspension would have been the maximum, but she's going to make a lot more money from OnlyFans or whatever she decides to do than wrestling. Firing is just way too extreme. I don't know. But they overreacted. It's the same, and it's really a shame. All that time and effort building up her new persona, new character down NXT, the 413-day reign, helping Jacy Jayne and Gigi Dolan just down the drain. Just could have been a suspension or something instead. And I'm not one to resort to like what about this, what about that very often. But Matt Riddle, he can fail failed twice in his drug testing in the span of 4 months, but Mandy Rose doesn't get a second chance. unless she's been warned entirely before, I think it's pretty screwed up. If she's been warned before, yeah, I understand. But if she hasn't before, where's the same energy got to be for Matt Riddle? I mean, I know it ain't news, but it's drug testing failed too in a span of 4 months. Just gotta point out the hypocrisy from WWE. And they have a former CEO and majority shareholder with multiple sexual assault allegations. This company's just nonsensical. This ain't serious. I mean, I know rules are rules. Should she been fined or briefly suspended? Sure. But fired? Not when others have gotten away with worse. But, I don't know where she's gonna go now. That's all you need to say about... If Mandy's gone and Riddle is still there, that's all you need to say about this management. So yeah, that's all I'll say about it. Well, one more thing, I don't know how it's gonna turn out for Gigi Dolan and Jacy Jayne, because they're probably gonna go up to the main roster soon with Mandy Rose. But now Mandy Rose is released, what does this mean for Gigi Dolan, Jacy Jayne? Because I don't know if it's gonna work out on the main roster without Mandy Rose now. It could. I'm not saying it won't, but it's definitely gonna hurt them as well. Because they were definitely doing really well in NXT, and they're probably going to all go up to the main roster soon, but now Mandy Rose has been released, they might be finished. Well, maybe not Gigi Dolan, but Jacy Jayne probably might be. Yeah. I just think it's stupid altogether. So next thing I'm talking about, little thing I want to talk about is MVP. So he basically said, this is funny, my goal is to lead Omos to the WWE Championship. We'll get there. Omos the WWE Champion? There's no way it's going to happen. Omos is just so boring. He's only there because he's like tall, and MVP's trying to be a good mouthpiece for him. It's just almost any good wrestler. He would be very boring as a WWE champion. Possibly would be one of the worst of all time. So there's just no way MVP's going to lead Omos to a WWE championship. There's just no way. So a pre-trial hearing is set for Jeff Hardy's DUI case. I haven't looked at it, but if you want to go and Fightful Wrestling, look through Twitter and try and find this, then go for it. But Jeff Hardy's pre-trial hearing is finally set, and from his DUI case where he got busted again for DUI, did Mr. Jeff Hardy. So we'll see when that pre-trial hearing happens, what's going to be the result for Jeff Hardy. But yeah, just a few things I wanted to go over. Mostly the Mandy Rose thing, which I thought was bullshit. Omos ain't winning a WWE Championship, and Jeff Hardy's trial hearing for another DUI. But yeah, that's all I'll say. Something next time. Peace.